Alrighty. Alrighty, guys. Sorry. There we go. Is that good? Hold on. Let me tighten this thing. That's pretty good. Hey, guys. How's it going? My name is Jason. It's Friday night, and we're doing Friday Night Live. Yes, we are, and it's going to be fun. Yes, it is. Hope everybody's having a nice night. I hope you've had a good week. I certainly hope you've had a better week than me. You guys, like I said, I've had kind of a not so great week. I'm having some peach chamomile tea to settle my tummy and to make me feel better. Because yes, Daddy Jason has had a frustrating week, and I'm going to tell you guys about it just a little bit, just a wee bit, and ask for your help. Because I'd like to ask you guys to hold space for some people and some situations, okay? So, first of all, I want to share with you guys, I told you guys, I mentioned on here that I have a boyfriend now, and having shared that, of course, everybody was like, oh, you have a boyfriend? Oh my God. Yay, Jason has a boyfriend. Oh my God. Yes, and let me just tell you guys, this is a reasonably new relationship. And so because it is a reasonably new relationship, you know, I haven't talked about it very much, and I won't talk about it very much on here because it's what? Private. It's private. But I do want to share with you guys that, hey, Robert, hey, Kim, Michelle, Zainab, Julene, Mafe, Robert, welcome all of you. The list is open. If you want to get on the list, go ahead and do it now because we're going to go right into the readings in a second, okay? But I did want to share with you, and I did share with you, his name is Jose, and I love him very much. He's very sweet, but he is a little younger than me, and it is a new relationship, and he's also having, unfortunately, some health problems, and so I would like to ask all of you to hold the Jose that's connected to Jason up in your thoughts and in prayer and in affirmation, affirming his health and well-being and quick recovery. I really appreciate that. Secondly, really appreciate it. Thank you, Michelle. And secondly, I mean, I know, what can you say? You guys you have my heart. My twin soul is also a Latino. Secondly, I want to tell you that I would ask also for some prayers and affirmations for my family. I have some health issues with some very special people in my own family, my blood family that I've recently been made aware of. And so just keep anyone and everyone that I love in my heart that I'm holding up in prayer and affirming their health, their well-being, their smooth transitions, whatever it may be. If you would do the same for me, I would be so grateful. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Julene. I know you always do, my sweet friend. Thank you, Mafe. Everybody. Thank you, Alma. Oh, Alma, you mentioned, I wanted to mention, I think you said that you were, I just got it. Is it Alma L? Corbella, I got it. Okay, it did come through. I remember you had mentioned that you wanted to be go through Cash App, but I didn't see a payment, but it did just come through. It just showed up on my list, so you're good. So, yeah, guys, just keep everyone attached to me held up in prayer. I swear this week has been the week that will not quit. I don't even know what else to say about it. It's been crazy. Like, between my eyes, I was afraid around Tuesday or Wednesday, I was afraid I was going blind. Not joking. I really was afraid I might go blind. And now everything else seems to be falling apart for everybody I care about. Very upsetting. And I'm someone, you guys know, I try to keep it pretty positive, but sometimes it gets difficult when you just get one bad piece of not so good news after another. So we do what we can. We try to hold it up. And it is what it is. Just landed 30 minutes ago back in Montana. Rebecca, nice. Did you have a good time? I hope so. You're not alone. I know, Janie. I know. Thank you. It's nice to know that, right? We all need to know that sometimes, that we're not alone. And I really appreciate all of you guys so much. I can't really tell you how much, but I really do. And one last request, if you have not voted for me today in the competition that I'm in, please go vote really quickly. If you go in the description of the video, it's the first link you will see for the Muscle and Fitness Competition Magazine. Click on that, and then you'll see in red, it says Warrior Vote. Don't click that. That's to make a payment or a donation to vote, where you can donate for every dollar you donate, you get that many votes. Don't do that. I mean, you can do that, but that's not what I'm asking for. What I'm asking you to do is below that where it says free daily vote, click the free daily vote option. and it'll let you vote once a day for free from your Facebook account. So it's nothing I'm asking of you. I asked people, I have a lot of people who follow the channel that are connected to me on Facebook, and so I asked everyone to vote for me on Facebook, and some guy who I'm connected to that I don't even know commented below, and he said, scam, in all caps, scam. And I was like, why is it a scam? What do you mean? And he said, he came back and he was like, it says it costs to vote. And I was like, yes, there is that option, but you don't have to pay to vote, and that's not what I'm asking you for. I assure you it's not a scam. It's a real competition, and the option to donate to vote does actually go, all of those donations, or a large percentage of them, go to wounded veterans. So it's a good cause anyway, but I'm not asking for anyone to be scammed or to pay to vote. You can use the free daily vote option, which is below the Red Warrior vote option, and that's how I'm asking all of you to vote for me. You are welcome to donate if you would like. That is not what I'm requesting, though. So thank you so much, guys. All right. So I have a list going. Hold on. So on the list so far, wait, I have to add some names here. So we've got Melinda. I don't know if Melinda is here or not. I didn't send her an email, so I know what her question is, so I might just have to do it. But I'll give her some time. We have Melinda, Malia, Julene, Stacy, Valerie, and Alma. That's what I have on the list so far. If anyone else wants to get on the list for tonight, we're gonna have a good time, because I need a stress relief fun time with you guys, and it's Friday. What else do we have to do but have fun? Can you guys hear me okay? How's the connection, guys? How it is, y'all? Perfectly loud and clear. Hear you fine. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't think Malia is here yet, so I think we're gonna start. I think Julene, I think you're gonna be first on the list, babe. Let me say a quick intention and go ahead and put your question up, okay? Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Thank you, divine spirit. Thank you, Father, creator, God, mother, nurturer, goddess. Thank you all, angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Thank you for the guidance tonight. Thank you for allowing me to connect to source, to connect through my angels and guides to the people asking questions and to the energy surrounding them. And thank you for the clear, direct, and necessary messages for them and for their highest good. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you. Guys, if what you can do as we go through the list, what I would like you guys to do is get your question ready. And then what you can actually either have your question ready, or you can go ahead and type your question in your comments or in your chat, and then cut it so that you can just paste it and click send when I call on you. That usually makes it easier, and that way we don't have a lot of dead air or dead time in between readings. Even though sometimes it's fun to talk anyway in between readings, that will keep things moving pretty good. Okay, so if you can do that, that would be great. And first, yes, is Julene, which she was ready. The opportunity to move plans up for the next 6 months has unexpectedly arisen, meaning they could unfold between now and next eclipse season, which begins November 5th. Why did these 3 opportunities present within the last 24 hours? Okay, wow, that's an interesting question. I think I'm gonna use the wild unknown and the vice versa. No, I want to use this one. Okay. I'm using the Wild Unknown deck tonight for some reason. I'm feeling like some deep intuitive hits. We'll see what happens. What's going on here with Julene? It feels like there was actually a shift in your direction for you. I was being shown my wastebasket, and something like, and it was the energy that it was telling me to look is like something got shifted, or an idea was like, sometimes because energy is fluid, an opportunity can present itself unexpectedly, and that can shift everything. So let's see what's going on. Hello. Let's see here. Something just went flying. So that's interesting. Ooh. 9 of Cups. That's a good sign. You know, guys, the 9 of Cups is basically wish fulfillment, or the opportunity for wish fulfillment. So that's a really good sign. The card that went flying out of my hands and into the other room is the 8 of Wands. So as you can imagine, Julene, the 8 of Wands is fast, unparalleled forward movement, communication, things moving you from point A to point B in very rapid motion. There's something happening here. Hey, Teresa from Chicago. That's okay, Alma. You can you can leave it up. Don't worry about it. That's fine. Just when I call on you, make sure you have it ready. Thanks, sweetie. I know what you were trying to do. So here we go, Julene. I love that this card, because this card literally flew out into my hallway. It flew out of the deck and into my hallway. So that's a really big, strong energy for you that has to do with forward movement. And you can see in this deck, there's lightning striking these wands. The message that I get from this specific Wild Unknown deck and the 8 of Wands is that lightning is striking one of them and it's causing a ripple effect that's completing a circle. So that goes a lot to the intuitive hit I was getting while I was shuffling about the waste paper basket, because what I was feeling is like a plan was thrown out. A plan was thrown out and a new plan, because a better plan or a better opportunity arrived. I'm not sure what's happened in your situation specifically in the last few days, but something big has definitely happened, because there's wish fulfillment on the horizon here with the 9 of Cups. Usually the 9 of Cups signals wishes coming true, opportunities being granted. It's like winning the lottery, right? It's something that you hope and wish for in your heart actually coming to pass. That's a good sign. You've also got the 10 of Swords foundationally. So that's an ending. That's a hard ending. It's a deep wound ending. It's an angry ending. This happens when there's a relationship coming to an end. Not necessarily for you, but it could be for someone around you, okay? There's a relationship that's coming to a very fast, abrupt, and painful end. You can see the death energy in this card, I think. I don't know how you could miss that. Also, we have the 6 of Wands here coming out last. That's victory. That's, if you think of the 6 of Wands in a traditional tarot, the person is riding in on his horse with people praising him. It's like, it's very reminiscent of Jesus riding into making his triumphant entrance into Jerusalem on Palm Sunday. I don't know if, for those of you like me who are raised Catholic, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody waving the palms and singing like Hosanna. That's the kind of energy that I always get with the 6 of Wands, and it's a deep and beautiful victory coming in for you. Every card here is mirroring and confirming what you asked about. I'm not getting a lot of why. Well, I guess I did get the why. The why is an opportunity has arisen. Some sort of energetic gateway has opened up for you, and your guide said, take it, right? Take it. So whatever trajectory you were on, it's not that you're on a different trajectory, it's that the path to get there is different. So your destination is the same. Nothing's changed about your destination. The timing and the path has changed, and things are going to happen. There's a domino effect going on here. It's really exciting energy that I feel. I'm really glad I got to do your reading see, there are no accidents in life. I've very often had to remind myself recently that there are no accidents. Everything happens for a reason. Because I've come back from the dead the last year, guys. I literally have come back from the dead. My twin soul and I had a hard ending the last time, and we both knew it, and it was bad and painful. And I think, I don't know, it took me a long time to get over that hump, and I really did come back from the dead. I was Lazarus this year. I resurrected, I came back from the dead, but I still get very frustrated with as much work as I've done, and as much healing as I've done, and as much hope as I have, and as much manifesting as I do, and as much everything as I do, that situation still feels dead. Like it just feels like there is nothing and that's the lesson, right? But it's also, the lesson is that you have to trust that everything happens the way it's supposed to. That where you are right now, where I am, is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Where you are is exactly where you're supposed to be. And that the universe is working to do what you're to do for you, whatever it is you're here that you're supposed to do. And you just have to kind of trust that, even if it doesn't feel right. This is right. This feels good. The only card that feels bad is this 10 of Swords, and that's not even about you, honey. That's about somebody around you or connected to you, and it's part of what's allowing this energetic gateway to open up is this 10 of Swords has happened painfully so in the last few days or weeks, okay? So that's the why of it. That's the why of it. And look what's in your foundation. The most beautiful part for you, the Ace of Cups. So I don't even know. Like the Ace of Cups is in your foundation, and there's also a Daughter of Pentacles here, not a princess, a Daughter of Pentacles. So it's a very strong connection that's sort of lit the way and put the rainbow in the sky for your situation. There were non-physical entities and energies working on your behalf and on someone else's behalf through this Daughter of Pentacles to make something very big happen. Okay, beautiful energy though, really beautiful. I just love this. I'm so glad that I got to do this as the first reading. Everything happens the way it's supposed to. Always. All right. Next, is Malia here yet? I don't know if Malia came in or not. If Malia or Melinda, either one. Malia or Melinda? Malia or Melinda? All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold off and see if either one of them come in, and we'll go now to Stacy. Stace. So we've got Stacy, Valerie, and Alma next, and then I'll go back to my other people who aren't here yet. Is Stacy here though? I don't know if Stacy's here either. Actually, so let's go ahead and do Valerie and then Alma. Princess, Twilight, Essence, hello. The list is open, guys. If you would like to get on the list, we're asking for a donation and love offering of $22.22 to get a mini reading tonight. Oh, and people, I know Teresa, you're one that's waiting on your personal. I mentioned earlier, I'm finally feeling better. So I should be getting a lot done this weekend, guys. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Stacy. Okay. Jody. What's wrong, Jody? Jody said, what's wrong? Robert, just got your payment. You're on the list, my man. I'm so sorry. That sucks, Stacy. But it's kind of like what we were just talking about. Everything happens for a reason. It's so hard to remember that and really believe that sometimes, right, when you're in that moment. But inevitably, we always find out later on that was true, right? That things really did happen the way they were supposed to. So yes, Robert, yours came through. All right, so you just bought a house too. So it's going to be an interesting summer for you. Let's see what's coming up. Let's hope it's an opportunity for something better to come in, right? What's the career guidance for Stacy? Career guidance for Stacy. Okay. Yeah. When I cut the deck, I saw the Hanged Man and the Empress. So there is definitely some lessons, some spiritual lessons for you. You know, the Hanged Man is kind of an energy that can feel like stagnation, but a lot of times you gain a lot of wisdom, a lot of spiritual growth, a lot of understanding in that energy of feeling like you're not going anywhere and getting very frustrated. Big, powerful things happen in that energy. The Empress is your feminine energy responding to that. And so you're going to be given the opportunity during this time of limbo and flux to kind of connect more to your nurturing, mothering, that energy that sort of tends to the home. There's going to be something there that you're going to really appreciate during this period of time. So let's see what else is coming through. Son of Cups, Father of Wands. 10. Okay, things are going to be just fine. I can tell you that. I think you're going to go through a little brief period where you're going to have to depend on other people in your life for help, because you do have this Father of Wands energy, and that snake is sort of a bringer of miracles and of deep transformational healing. That may be a masculine energy in your life that you may have to sort of lean on or turn to, even though it's not a comfortable place to be. I don't know if that's an ex, a current, a father figure, someone that you may not be so comfortable having to lean on or depend on. You may have no other choice in the interim. However, that's going to be a very brief experience because your outlook is really good. So don't worry, your fiance. Well, this person's going to come through for you in a very big way, though. This is like someone who's going to, that lightning and that energy, this person wants to come and offer you the one thing that's missing in your life right now. And remember, these things happen for a reason. So if that was the area of resistance for you, like you're independent, you don't want to depend on anybody, even though that's your fiance, the last thing you want to do is have to turn and say, hey, there's a reason this is happening, but look, it's going to work out just fine. Something better is definitely coming along for you. You've got the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles, when it comes to career and finance, that is abundance in the fast lane. Okay, well, I shouldn't say fast lane because it's not a fast moving energy, but it's all good. Like, it's all good. Don't worry at all. I don't know where you're headed, but it's somewhere better than you were. So you may have lost this job, but something even better is on the horizon for you. There's no doubt with the Ten of Pentacles. And also here with the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands in this deck is a beautiful card. A lot of times, you know, the Seven of Wands can represent like defensive energy. And I think it does represent defensive energy for you, Stacey, about having to be relying on a man or relying on this masculine energy for something. However, it's actually a beautiful lesson. And because what you can see here, as you see, do you see how the wands are moved out of the way? And as these wands are moved out of the way, as your defensiveness is broken down, there's this beautiful flame there, this singular sort of eternal flame that's revealed. And so what this sort of says to me is, you're actually going to gain so much more from allowing yourself to release your defenses and to sort of lean on this person, or he hates I'm so independent. Well, I don't think he hates your independence. I think he hates your resistance toward leaning on him when you need to. You know what I mean? Because that's what this doesn't feel. If someone hated your independence, this would feel unhealthy. This feels like someone who just wants you to know that it's okay to lean on them. And that's what this feels like. And it feels really beautiful. Like if you can just let your defenses down a little bit and say, you know what, I do need help and I need you to be that person. Because look, he's providing that one. It's like, it almost looks like this snake pulled that one out of the way so that you could reveal that place, that sort of sacred place within yourself. And something really beautiful comes from that. And then once you learn this lesson, the sooner you learn that lesson and sort of let down the wall to that place where you sort of pride yourself on taking care of yourself, the universe is going to provide you everything you need in the career and finance department. That's not even going to be a problem, because then it's 8 of Wands, 7 to 8. There's ascension here. There's forward movement. It all is good. But there also, the Son of Cups is in your foundation. I'm not sure why that's here. The Son of Cups is usually, obviously it would be masculine energy. It would usually be like a child. So I don't know if this is like a future son being born, or if you have a son. This is an energy of something foundational right now for you. So I don't know exactly what that is. But it's also got the Ace of Cups in it. So it's kind of like a gift from the universe, and there's masculine energy attached to it, and it's something coming out of or benefiting from everything that's happening right now. So take that however it resonates, because I'm really not sure how to interpret that. The rest is very clear though. This is definitely about letting your guard down, admitting where you need help, realizing that it's okay to be a little bit dependent on others if it's in a healthy way, and if it has to do with someone that you have a very healthy relationship with, wanting to support you, where it's a reciprocal, loving connection, okay? It's all going to work out great. Don't worry. The last thing you need to do is worry. In fact, as crazy as it sounds, you should probably be thanking the universe right now that you lost your job, because of what's going to happen in the next, month to 6 weeks. It's going to be really interesting for you. All right. Good luck, Stacey. So next is Valerie, and then we'll come back to... Well, it might be a time to work on that too, right now. That's interesting. Valerie, you're next. And then Malia and Melinda, if either one of you are here, you can go ahead and put your questions up. Been a gnarly week. Yes, it has been a gnarly week. I concur with that. All right, let's see. Let's see. We all love you, Valerie, so much. There's still some ego energy going on here in your deepest connections. And there's also that walking away energy. That 8 of Cups is coming out when I cut the deck. Let me see. What does Valerie need to know? What does Valerie need to know? Oh my God. This card just went halfway across the room. 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups represents being unfulfilled. And in this deck specifically, you've got this sort of rat kind of creeping over the cups. It represents hiding from things, right? Sort of avoiding things, hiding. You know, rats kind of they come out at night. They hide from certain realities. But it also represents being mired down in details. You're missing some things because you're a little bit mired down in details. You have the Seven of Pentacles, which is sort of saying, you know, it's okay. Like, you've got time right now. This is actually a time for you to learn a lot of lessons. It's a time for you to be, yes, patient, but also really aware of all the transformations and the transformative energy in your life, because you've got big things happening even in this time of sort of lessons and what appears to be stagnation really isn't, because you've got the Sun card here, and you've also got the Seven of Swords in reverse. I'm sorry, the Eight of Swords in reverse. So you're coming out of this. Even though right now you still feel like you're kind of in that cocoon or that self-imposed prison, you're actually on the way out of it right now. And remember what I saw, I think it was in the personal reading we did, what I said, or it may have been the last mini, I don't remember, but I remember the energy was to really appreciate the moments that you're experiencing right now, because there's going to be a time in the not too distant future when you're going to want to relive some of those moments and really appreciate the details and appreciate certain parts of them. So really stay in the appreciation mode for everything you're experiencing right now, because although a lot of your energy is wishing you weren't in the situation you're in, there are really these moments that are just pure gold, and you need to appreciate them, because this really this time in your life isn't going to last forever. There's a lot of, you know, you're being sort of comforted by the universe in telling you, you know, it's not going to last forever. Don't worry. This is temporary, and you can trust that. But you are where you're supposed to be. And there's something here. I really feel with the Four of Cups, this card, there is something here that especially during these eclipses, that the universe is really trying to show you. It feels like a deep one. Like I get the sense of like digging, like trying to really dig up. There's something trying to be dug up within you that really needs to come up, go out, go away, be healed, and be done. It's part of your transformation, because it's also attached to this Eight of Swords card and that sort of cocoon energy. And there's a lot of happiness that can shine through the minute this sort of is out of your life. It also is something that would affect I don't know why, this is something that would deeply affect your gastrointestinal system, your digestive system, and any issues that you have with like digestion, gastrointestinal stuff, that's going to be healed as the result of this certain thing. It's not about your body. It's not physical. It's a trauma or a wound that's having a deep effect on that. Like a lot of times they say, if you have problems with your teeth, it could be because you've been living a life of lies, right? I had to have my teeth capped, implants, replaced, caps. That's because I was probably living a life of lies, right? Doing drugs, not living true to myself. There's something here for you that has to do with your gastrointestinal system, acid reflux big time. It could be that, probably that would clear up. There's a lot of things that have to do with your digestive system that will be cleared up as the result of this thing that Spirit's trying to heal for you. Is healing. You've got the Ace of Wands in your foundation. This is a beautiful card. This is sort of very connected to the sun energy. As you can see, there's a lot of clarity, a lot of light, a lot of spiritual awakened energy there, but it doesn't come through all the way until the end of this sort of transformative period. So on the one hand, I want to tell you, pay attention to the Eight of Cups energy that I was seeing. Pay attention to those things, because you are on the cusp of a lot of opportunities, but also pay attention to where you are and pay attention to appreciating the moments, because things are all, I think you've already set in motion the future. And so to a certain extent, there's nothing you need to do. You just need to be in it and feel it. But I do think with this, pay a lot of attention to the times when you feel the most unfulfilled and the most frustrated, and there's something triggering you. There's something triggering you. Especially once the weather started to, like around April, there's something that's really started triggering you. And I don't know if it's probably so subtle. You might just feel that it's those days or those weeks that feel kind of yucky or gnarly, where you're not sure what's wrong. But that thing that's triggering you has to do with a deep feeling of discontentment. And it's coming from, it's not you needing to take charge, but it's you needing to understand that you already are in charge. I don't know. Understanding that you chose where you are, and you chose consciously, and also that you're choosing what you're manifesting now consciously, and that it's all going to work out okay. I mean, this whole summer is going to be big for you. I keep seeing from April to August, from April to August. So it's going to be a really big transformative summer. Kimberly's seeing the color blue. That's clarity. I think that's another big thing for you is seeing things clearly. Yeah, I know you're on that weight loss journey too. If that has stagnated a little bit recently, that's going to pick up a lot this summer too. There's going to be a lot of things. It's going to feel like that. Like suddenly something's released, this weight's lifted off your shoulders, and then suddenly the weight loss really picks up again. It's going to be a stagnation and then a really big exponential shift. So it all kind of feels connected to me. But just stay present, stay patient, pay attention. Everything's working out the way it's supposed to. Jane said, receiving mode, lesson to be learned by many feminine energies that are so used to taking care of themselves and so used to taking care of others. Yep. That is so true. I am too. I'm proud of you too, Valerie. We're all proud of you. You're doing awesome things. Okay, so next is Alma and then Robert. Alma. List is open if you want to get on it, guys. So big things happening for a lot of people right now. This is going to be an interesting summer. Welcome. My past life relationship, Mark Babix of 6 years. I feel him calling me in. We are both Virgo, and I did reach out to him, but I haven't heard from him. Will he call? You know, the first thing to do is don't think about it. That's just law of attraction, understanding how these things work. Don't think about him. Don't think about will he call. I'm going to give you whatever comes through in the cards, and then after we get the answer, forget about him. Because when we're that close to someone or something, we can literally, just our focus can throw blocks up to that connection. Show me the energy for Alma and Mark. What's going on? Is he going to call? Ace of Swords. That's a good sign. You know, the swords are air energy. They represent communication. And in this Ace of Swords, we've got that infinity symbol in the midst of this wrapped around the sword, and that all to me speaks to soul connections, past life energy, the flow between the two of you, and something happening quickly, right? With the lightning striking, it feels like you're both coming together at the right moment, the right time. There's like divine timing involved here. I don't know if that's a phone call necessarily, but it does feel like a moment where the two of you just seem to collide. It almost feels like one of those sort of synchronistic meetings, right? Like a serendipitous meeting of someone where you just meet somewhere. There's also some Gemini energy here. You have the Lovers in reverse in the foundation. So there is something blocking it still. Like I felt a blockage when you asked. I mean, obviously, the fact that you're asking about it would immediately make me feel a blockage because of the fact that can block it, right? Worrying, wondering. But it's not that. I felt a little bit of a blockage, not because of you, but more I felt like there's a timing issue here, right? I feel like the next 4 weeks are going to be interesting. You've got for yourself, there's a lot going on in your feminine energy. You've got Mother of Cups, Daughter of Swords, Mother of Pentacles, all this feminine energy going on for you, and then the Four of Cups in reverse. I feel like the next month for you is going to be a lot of healing of your divine feminine energy, and then that's what's going to allow this sort of meeting, or it could be a call. It is going, and the answer is yes. There is definitely going to be communication between the two of you. I mean, the Ace of Swords is a new beginning, a new understanding, communication. New communication, new wisdom. It's a new clarity coming in. So for this to be coming in like it feels like, then that is some sort of communication from this person. But don't sit and wait for it. Again, I feel like for you, there's a lot of things happening in your personal life, in your soul, that you've got to attend to for this timing to be quite right. Because if it was time right now, the Lovers would probably be coming out upright. And I don't think I'd be seeing all of these feminine energies coming in. This could be something to do with your ancestral line and deep healing of some ancestral trauma, because Mother of Cups, that's your ability to process emotions from a deep place and in an honest way. Daughter of Swords, that's the way you grew up. That's sort of your childhood trauma and maybe someone making you feel stupid, calling you stupid. I don't know if you were called idiot or stupid by someone as an adult, or pathetic, like words that may have been very painful for you when you were a child by someone in an adult position. But there's some sort of healing of your mind or your own feeling about yourself, as you associate with yourself with certain words, and a recognition of how wise you actually were as a child, something to do with that. And then there's this Mother of Pentacles, which is where your value comes in, your ability to make money, your ability to manifest, your ability to manifest the life you want. And that all becomes whole as the result of these two things that are being healed. And so that all to me feels like divine feminine stuff. And it feels like the result of those things healing is what's going to really put you in a place of abundance where you can manifest whatever you want, where you're going to be having serendipitous things happen all over your life, including with Mark, including some kind of big communication. So yes, communication is coming. I don't know if it's going to come in the way of a phone call, though. I think it might come in some way that you're not expecting. And it's probably going to come when you're least expecting it to. So be patient. Be patient with yourself. You're changing a lot right now, a lot of healing happening. Ah, your relationship with your mom. Okay. Very interesting. So be really patient with yourself right now and let this thing sort of unfold. Yeah, I think it's going to be good though. It doesn't feel bad at all. It all feels really good, and it feels very healing for you. I think when this communication comes in, you're going to be in just the right place for it, even though you may not be expecting it when it happens, okay? Okay, Robert is next. Andrea, I just received one for Andrea S. So I've got Robert, then Andrea, and then we'll go back to Malia, Melinda. And anyone else who wants to get on it, get on it. It's open. Right, you're welcome, Mama. Hi, and thank you for your first time. Hi, and thank you for your time. Mine is simple. It's about work. I got some great news about an interview for a new position, but not sure if it's the right choice or if someone hires... Wait. Oh, someone higher up doesn't agree. Great news about a new interview for a new position, but you're not sure if it's the right choice or if someone higher up doesn't agree. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, Kim. What's the guidance for Robert? Four of Swords, Four of Cups. There's something about this position being isolating. The Hierophant. I don't know what this is. There's something about, because the fours are coming out, and when I see fours, that's a real message. It is healing, but it's a message about being solitary. So it could either mean that this position is going to be in some way isolating for you, or could be, or it could be that it's to heal you being isolated. So there's something there. See, I do feel the same way. Well, what is that about? That's interesting. Hold on, let's see what else comes through. Why would a position be isolated? Two of Swords. Yep. Nine of Wands. It also has the potential to test you in really stressful ways. You've got the Nine of Wands and the Two of Swords attached to this. Let me see what all comes out. Hold on. Oh my God. Cards flying everywhere. Okay. The Star. Wow. The Magician. Well, first of all, with the Magician, I just want to tell you, don't doubt yourself. Like, one thing I can tell you with the Magician card coming out, you have the potential for this. Like, whatever this position is for you, if it's a promotion or a totally new position, if you're not sure that you're up to it or you're not sure you're qualified for it, don't doubt yourself. When I see the Magician card in a question like this, it's confirmation that you have the capability to do the job. It means usually that the person has everything they need or is fully equipped to do a certain thing or to carry out a certain task or perform a certain duty. So you are very capable of this. The question isn't whether you're capable or qualified. The question is whether you want to go this route, because it's going to also be transformative for you. The Star here can also mean good transformation. The Star can represent wishes coming true sometimes. But more than that, what the Star represents for you is, I don't understand this. I keep seeing, because the Star card typically, in this, again, even though it's a beautiful card, that star is not like any of the others. So this position, here's what I'm getting. If you were in a place where You had good relationships with the people you work with, around, or close to in some way. Even if you, I don't know if you work from home or in a workplace, but whatever you do, if you have good rapport with your coworkers, this job, promotion, whatever this is, might be actually putting those relationships at risk. Is that good or bad? Is it worth it, right? You have to ask those questions. And if it's worth it, well, then it is. But you're going to be isolated, not in a necessarily a bad way, because you're going to be isolated because you're going to stand out above the rest and separate from the rest. So that may just be part of this thing, but it is something to be aware of. Like a lot of the relationships, rapport, connections you have right now are not going to stay the same, and they can't in this circumstance. So you just have to kind of accept that. The really good side of this is you've got the Chariot and the Nine of Cups attached to this. That is big forward movement. That's wishes coming true. The Chariot is a card of forward movement. I mean, it's got the stallion here, right? Ready to just move things forward. It's also kind of like this wormhole energy, which is always something that's going to transport you from one place to another in the galaxy, right? Well, on top of that, though, you've also got in your foundation the Five of Cups. The same horse that's taking you into this beautiful new endeavor is also representing sadness. So there is going to be a loss here, and I think the loss for you is attached to relationships that are changing. I don't know who you have a close relationship with in this place of business or whatever who it's connected to, or if it's more than one person, but there is going to be a loss attached to this if you do it. So it's not whether or not you should do it or shouldn't do it. It's going in with your eyes open and understanding that although there's this great opportunity for you, and if you take this, it may not be the best opportunity now, but it looks like if you do this, it is leading you on a path that is the best opportunity for your future. So there are lots of points of light along this path that are going to feel really good and really rewarding for you. However, immediately attached to this is sadness. The Five of Cups is loss, right? A lot of times when you see the Five of Cups, 3 cups are turned over and 2 are upright, which is saying you're having to lose something in order to gain something. So there is a trade-off here that you just have to be aware of. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. There's a lot of opportunity and a lot of reward here, but it just means you have to be aware of the trade-off. But as far as the job itself, you're capable. Oh, it's absolutely for your growth. This is a good opportunity. If I were in your shoes, if this were me based on the cards I see, I would take it. I wouldn't hesitate. I would take it. Yeah, there's going to be loss, but everything in life that's worthwhile is a trade-off. If we haven't learned that, we might as well still be in kindergarten, right? Everything in life that requires a big choice or a chance for big gains is usually a trade-off, and there's loss involved, right? So go for it. You got it. You got it. I think you got it, Robert. You got to go for this. The Star, the Nine of Cups, the Chariot, those cards are too good to pass up. And yeah, I think that this is destiny. It's just going to have its difficulties, right? Good luck, Robert. Andrea S., what's your question, sweetie? Andrea S. And if nobody else wants to get on the list, I'm going to do, after Andrea, I'm going to do Melinda and Malia. Has Malia come in? I haven't seen Malia. Let me message her. I just told her we're live. Okay, so right now is Andrea S. here? I got your payment, Andrea. Go ahead and throw your question up for me. I have not seen her in the chat. Let me see if she sent her question. No, she did not. I think I know Malia's question. Oh, there's Andrea. Okay, go ahead and put yours up. I'm going to do Malia's for now. Or whoever's comes in first. I didn't see it post. Did she already post it, guys? I don't think you did. I'm going to do Malia's while you post yours. Okay, what's the outlook for Malia's home and neighborhood, if she will be able to stay in that neighborhood permanently? Will Malia be able to stay in her neighborhood permanently? Thanks, Andrea. I'll just come right back to yours after this. I'm doing yours now, Malia. This should be good. Ooh, the Hierophant. You know, I love this because the Hierophant in this deck, well, you know, I think you're pretty familiar with the Hierophant card, but in this deck, the Hierophant is a crow holding the key. So this speaks a lot. This was the first card that came out for you, Malia. This speaks a lot about your role in whether or not this is permanent. I think you definitely hold the key to that. And I think there are signs that you're seeing that you want this to be something permanent. There are also some interesting things. I have a sense you may actually leave the neighborhood and come back to a different house down the road. I know that sounds very strange, but you do have the Fool here and the Eight of Cups, okay? And then you've got the Father of Swords in your foundation, which is more, this is a twin souls. You've got the Father of Wands here in the current energy, and then in your foundation and future energy, you have the Father of Swords. So two different energies here, masculine energies, are in this thing and involved in your future residence. But there's a flux happening or a shift because this one's attached to the Eight of Cups, right? And then the Fool energy, which is this newness, this sort of like it's like a newly hatched chick on the branch, ready to sort of take its leap and see if it can fly. That energy is attached to the Father of Swords, where the wisdom is, and and behind that is where the roots are put down, because you can see the roots beneath. So what I see is that you're actually either gonna, what I immediately felt was you're gonna be there. That makes perfect sense, actually. Well, it looks like, yes, you're gonna be there permanently, but it's gonna be a loop. You're gonna leave there at some point in the future for a period of time. And then, because that place is important, the people there are important. I saw your Instagram about how much you love your neighbors and everything, and I can see how that place will pull you back. And I think even when you leave, if you do end up leaving, that's not for sure. It's fluid. It doesn't have to happen that way. But there's a definite potential of a loop around. Remember, the Eight of Cups is usually a long circle back a lot of times. Not always, but sometimes it's a long circle back. You're just going to have different scenery around you and different people around you when you come back, I think. So very interesting. But I really love the Hierophant coming out. That one flew out. And that key really, you know, it looks like a key to an old door or to something, or maybe to a cellar. Remember the dream I had about the paintings and the cellar that was attached to you? There's an old home, and it's not a cellar. It's in the floor, but the room is actually, it felt like an attic. So it's like you go up to the attic, and then there's a door in the floor that had paintings in it. And this was attached to you, and it feels like it's a home in that area that may be an older home. And I think it's not the home you're in now. So this may be about your future. But so it would be you shifting from one place. OMG is right. You shifting from, I think you're leaving the neighborhood, though. I think you will actually leave the neighborhood and then come back, and that will end up being your permanent residence. Not the same house, though. I don't know why. And if it's the same house, something's going to be different about it when you come back. So there you have it. All right, so Malia's busy tonight, so sorry. I just didn't want you to miss your question, Malia, because I know you've been waiting a couple days. So she was supposed to be on Wednesday night when I was going to do hump day. So next, that makes absolute sense. Thank you. Yes, I love it when that happens. Next is, where'd she go? Andrea. Okay, Andrea. What guidance can you give me for union with the higher self, twin flame, or any other guidance, healing messages I need to hear for the summer? You got it. I'm so glad that made sense to you. Well, the Ten of Cups was the first card I saw when I cut the deck, Andrea, so that's always a good sign. When I see the Ten of Cups and we're talking about higher self stuff, twin soul stuff, anything like that, it's a really good sign that, you know, you're on the right path. Whatever you're doing right now is you're paying attention, right? You're paying attention to the signs the universe gives you. When people show up, when people come back, there's a reason. Don't brush them away. Don't flick them out of the way. Like, pay attention. Why is someone being brought back into your awareness? There's usually a reason. And even if it's just someone trying to come back into your awareness, there's probably a reason. They probably need to tell you something, or there's something you need to know, or I don't reach out to people unless I need to tell them, unless there's something that they need to know, or that, you know what I mean? Like if I was reaching out to you and we were maybe like I had a past life connection, it would probably be to tell you something. You've got the Temperance card in your coming out here, and the Empress card, and the Temperance card. So for you, you're meant to be in sort of this separation right now, and it is higher self stuff. The twin soul energy foundationally is there. I think you probably are a twin soul. You've got this Two of Pentacles here, and the butterfly with the two pentacles and the infinity wrapping around them. That's a lot of symbolism of duality and of twins and of mirroring right in this card. So there's a confirmation of that in your foundation, but where you're at right now, it looks like you're in necessary separation from a high level soulmate or twin soul. Temperance is usually separation, not always, but it usually is for me, and it's usually because there's pieces to the puzzle that aren't ready yet or that aren't there, and the universe is moving things around for you guys. And a lot of times when you're in this kind of separation, which I've been in too, you just need to let it be, because you probably wouldn't get a response you would even like if you reached out to that person right now. You know what I mean? Because the person who usually run, from my experience, usually runs really hard when they run. And then the moment you guys come back, or they come back, it's beautiful, right? And that's how you know it's such a beautiful connection, because when they come back, it's great. But when they run, it's really bad. And so you just have to let that happen. This is more about you growing into that feminine energy and allowing yourself to be nurtured, to be receptive to the love you need. Because the Empress is so nurturing and so giving and so mothering to everyone in her life, but she sacrifices her own needs as the result of all that she does for others. Hey, Nora, I just got you, so you're next on the list. As a result of that, she sacrifices her own needs. And it's saying, no, you are in separate. You got Eight of Cups here. And the Sun, right? The Sun is there saying you're in separation from your high level connection, because Spirit's saying you've got to love you the most. I think that's a lot of the reason why I'm in separation too. I have to be, because I have a tendency to, when I love someone, to put them on a pedestal and to put them first and last, right? And as an addict, a recovering addict, I can't do that with anyone. I have to put my needs first, foremost, beginning of the day, end of the day, every day. And I get the sense you have to do the same thing, because ultimately, in order to be with this person, it can be a beautiful, fruitful connection, but it can't unless you are loving yourself the way you love them, and then able to receive fully the love they can give you and make it a more reciprocal energy. Because it feels like the past was a little lopsided, the energy. And although the love is strong, which we know, if we have a twin soul, you know the love is strong. It's not a matter of the love not being strong, but usually early on, there's one person that's more committed, more signed on, more of the giver, and the other one's a little bit more of the still learning and still sort of bringing themselves around. You're so funny. That was my homework for myself for the summer, what I saw in my own card pulls. I always give to everyone around me and don't give to myself. Yes, and see, that's not going to work. Hi, Teresa. Right. That's not going to work for you guys in this connection, and here's why. Because you have to, it's not a thing of like, well, you should put yourself first, you deserve better. No, the universe, if you guys are in separation, which the Temperance card obviously says you are, the universe is saying you absolutely cannot get by in this connection. You can't be in this connection unless you are loving yourself first, last, foremost, and all the way, because that's what's going to make that person understand how they need to love you. They can feel love for you all day long, but they don't always know how to show it the right way, and they don't know how to treat you the right way, right? I know my twin soul loves me. Does my twin soul treat me with love very much these days? No, not so much. Not so much. When we're in pain, we don't do that very well. When someone's hurt us, we don't always treat them the way they deserve to be treated, right? But the thing is here, you can treat yourself the way you deserve to be treated. You can respect yourself, and then that is going to come back to you. From that person's going to come back to you, seeing who you are, seeing how you love yourself, and respecting that, and giving you the energy you deserve. Could you just read on me? Sure, I can do that. Teresa's waiting for a personal reading from me, so I will be glad to do that for you, Teresa. Nora, go ahead and put your question up. I'm going to pull some cards for Teresa also. So that's what I've got, Andrea. self, self, self. And say to yourself, self, what's the guidance for Teresa about Charlotte? About the move to Charlotte? Okay, Nora, just a sec, honey, and I'll get you. It's so nice to be able to see out of my eyes, guys. What's the guidance for Teresa about this potential move to Charlotte? Wow. Teresa, okay. This is weird because I have the feeling you're wanting to do it, but I think you'll regret it if you do. I have the feeling you're gonna do it too. You've got the Ace of Cups here, which is beautiful, right? Ace of Cups, we like it. Universe gift, love, renewal. We've also got the Ace of Pentacles. It is coming out in reverse, but I think it's actually unclear. The Ace of Pentacles, there's a bullseye here for you. There's an opportunity here. And there's this beautiful Two of Pentacles, that beautiful, strong, soul-connected energy that would make one want to do something like this, right? But look, the outcome card that came out is the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. It came out in reverse, which is good, I guess, but it shouldn't be coming out at all in this position for me. Something feels dangerous about this. Like you might get there and then really regret this. Let me clarify this with one more card. I don't like that feeling. Something feels... The Lovers and the Devil when I cut the deck. So there's the Lovers card. There's this beautiful soul energy, this connected energy, this feeling of anything can happen. And then the Devil is toxicity, risk. Risk and reward, right? And also the opposite of reward, which is consequences. So I'm still... Two of Wands, Page of Swords, Three of Cups. I think it's not, you are at that precipice where it's time to start making a decision, but don't make it yet. The Page of Swords to me says, wait and watch, wait and watch. There's something you need to watch for. I don't know if it's another person doing something. There's something happening here with this Three of Cups that you need to, don't make any move right now until, if there's another person involved in this, there's something that they haven't done yet. And I think you know that. If I'm saying this, you probably know what I'm talking about. There's something the other person hasn't done yet that that you've been wanting them to do or wishing they would do. Wait for them to do that thing. That's what the Page of Swords is saying. Wait and watch. So whatever that thing is that you've been kind of waiting to see about, keep waiting. It's not time to make any big decision yet. Although I can tell you want to take a leap of faith and there's potentially good energy there, there's also some risk. So I would not rush anything right now when it comes to a move anywhere. Wait and see with that Page of Swords energy. There's more information to come. I think more information to come. And I'm going to work on getting your personal reading out this weekend, so we'll see what else comes through with all that at that time, because I just feel like there's something more about this that's not coming out on here. Okay. You're welcome, Andrea. Okay, Nora. Need to know from Spirit. What does Nora most need to know at this time? What does Nora most need to know at this time? Let's see. Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups. Okay, so Nora, here's what I've got. In your foundation is the Eight of Pentacles. It's in reverse. So there's something either you were putting work into or that you were wanting to put work into and put a lot of effort into, Nora, that you've kind of had to stop, or that you have not been able to put in the effort that you want to all of a sudden. There's going to be a new moving forward with that, because the Ace of Cups, this is usually love. It's either love or something you have strong emotional attachment to, if it's not an actual love situation. you're going to see this Ace of Cups coming in, so you're going to be able to put more energy into something that kind of got slowed down or halted. And the Chariot says it's full speed ahead for a time here, probably through Cancer season, because this is the card of Cancer. Cancer season is basically where we're about to be in another couple weeks, right? We're almost into Cancer season. Wait, no, that's Leo season. No, Cancer. Okay, we're almost into Cancer season and then Leo. So where we're at, it's probably about to happen right now. This sort of forward movement, the wheels start to turning on something that's really going to make you feel like, okay, now I can really put the work in and go all in. Now, you've got the Mother of Wands and the Death card. So something that you were protecting, it doesn't mean that it's going to end, Nora, but it means that something you were trying to protect and nurture, you can't protect it. And I've been there. I know what this feels like. Sometimes even when you think you're protecting a connection, your intentions may be good, but you can do something totally stupid to mess it up, because the universe wants you to understand it's not for you to decide. It's just not within your power to. There are some things that are outside of our control, and we just have to accept that. We have no choice but to just accept there's a higher power in charge of certain things, and we just have to let go and say, Jesus, take the wheel. No, but seriously, like, you just have to allow and accept the fact that certain things, no matter what you do, you're gonna probably mess it up, because that's what was supposed to happen. And just accept that. Don't be hard on yourself. There is it's not a death of a person necessarily. It's the death of an idea or something that you held very close. But you then have, as the result of that energy and the result of that transition, you have the Nine of Cups. So ultimately, this feeling or this thing you're attached to that is very close to your heart, you are going to get it, or it is going to work out well, but there's going to be some big changes along the way. So what Spirit's, the ultimate sort of abstract lesson from Spirit right now is, keep putting the work into things, keep hoping, keep trusting, but also understand you have about this much control and the rest is outside of your hands. And just really focus on the trust that everything that happens is happening for your highest good, and that ultimately your wishes are coming true. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but you're being set up on a path of success. And it's always important for all of us to remember that in life, that there are reasons we go through what we go through, and that ultimately whatever this new beginning here that's coming in, this sort of emotionally excited energy and feeling of newness that's coming in, it's going to lead you on a path of happiness and fulfillment. But you have to kind of trust your bliss. You know how Jai and Chandra always say, follow your excitement, follow the fun, follow the happiness, follow it. Follow those breadcrumbs of excitingness, of exciting happiness, and the feeling of, ooh, I want more of that. That's kind of what the lesson is here. But there is something here that you want to put work into, but you're just not sure. See how the spider's kind of in a holding pattern, waiting. It's like being a hawk. The great thing about a hawk is they sit there and they watch, right? They watch and watch and watch from their perch. And the minute their prey, the little mouse or whatever, reveals itself, the hawk swoops in and strikes. Know the right time to strike. Trust the timing of your life. Trust when things approach, and trust the right time to strike. I don't chase anything in my life anymore. Sometimes I might try to create an opportunity to attract, but I don't chase. There's a difference between chasing and creating an opportunity to attract. We can all create opportunities once in a while. They either work out or they don't. But don't chase, attract. Don't chase, attract. You don't chase, you attract, okay? And that's what I got for you. All right, now I'm going to do one more reading. I'm going to do Melinda's reading. So Melinda, I don't know if she's here or not, but I'm going to go ahead and do it because I know what she wants to know about. You're welcome, Nora. That one was kind of abstract, I know, but I think it'll make sense maybe when you watch it a second time. Sometimes they do that. What does Melinda need to know about her situation at this time? I haven't seen her either. I thought she would probably be here tonight. What does Melinda need to know at this time? If anyone else wants to get on the list, you can, but you need to do it before I finish Melinda's reading. All right, so Melinda, you've got the Ten of Pentacles here. Foundational, Four of Swords. So what you're going through is very healing for you, even though you may feel like there's no one taking care of you. See how this little lamb feels so alone and helpless, but also so powerful? You're going to see a lot of sharpness of your mind where you're going to have these moments of clarity where you're like, God, everything makes sense now. That's why this happened, and that's why that happened, and it was all leading to this. You're going to have those beautiful moments of clarity during this part of your journey, and big moments of healing too. But remember, even when we heal, it still leaves scars. Sometimes things still leave scars, and there's still pain attached to that. So it's okay if you still have those moments where you're hurt and you're sad. I still have moments 2-3 years later from things that just come back, and they're like a knife in the heart when I remember, right? It is what it is. You just got to keep moving forward. The Ten of Pentacles says that you're on a path of abundance. You're on a path of positive things happening. You're on a path of value. Pentacles is value. It's not always money. It doesn't always have to be coins, but it's something that you attach value to. So you're on a path where what you're moving toward is going to be of great value to you down the road. You've also got the Father of Cups reversed and the Son of Swords upright. There's masculine energy here attached to you that's in flux, right? There's a masculine energy who is watching you, but is not listen, cups are reversed. So they've got all this, and it's Father. This masculine energy attached to you. He has all this love for you, big love, right? Fatherly love, beautiful love, twin soul love maybe even. But what is he doing? Nothing with it. He's not showing it to you. What's upright is the swords, the Son of Swords. So his communicative energy, his mind, his thoughts, he's thinking about you all the time. He's watching everything you're doing. He's watching you healing. He's feeling you healing, but he's not expressing all this love that he feels. So you've got a watcher right now is what you've got. Someone really interested in you, someone really watching you, someone really paying all their attention to you, but not telling you. Maybe if you even reached out to them, they would tell you to go away. So sometimes you get energy like that where someone really cares and they really want to know what's going on with you. But if you reach out, they probably would go, all right, back up, leave me alone. So what I would say is just continue on the path you're on. Trust in the value of what you're doing and trust in the healing that's taking place. Four of Pentacles behind that. A lot of fours, which is that solitary healing I was talking about earlier, if you saw it. So really beautiful stuff for you, and I really like it. Oh, guys, one more thing. Tomorrow. We're coming up on the summer solstice. So I think tomorrow night at 9, Jai and myself are going to do intuitive hit readings for you guys. So I'm not for sure on that. I think we're kind of playing it by ear, but I think that tomorrow night at 9, you will be able to catch Jai Gobind and me right here doing summer solstice readings for you guys. So I think you'll have fun. We usually have fun. We do. We usually have fun. So yay! I know, right? Yay! It's going to be fun. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be here tomorrow at 9. I think it'll be $33.33. That's usually what we ask for. So we'll let you guys know. I'll come on tomorrow and let you guys know, assuming I'm continuing to improve. And I hope, knock on wood, that I will. So thank you so much for being here, guys. Thank you for your love, support. Have a great weekend, a great Friday night. Be looking for readings coming out soon. I promise they will. I love you guys. Have a beautiful Friday night and a beautiful weekend. And I hope to see you all here tomorrow night at 9. Bye, guys. Thanks for your help, moderators. Love you guys.